Our first speaker is Toastmaster Brett Tipton. Brett is a new member of the club, and he is hoping his icebreaker speech brings the heat, because with the winter we've had, we are all tired of the ice and ready for some warmth. Sit back, relax, and grab your popcorn. Brett is asking for 4 to 6 minutes for the icebreaker speech titled Embrace the Blessing. Please help me welcome.
In October of 2013, my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and his battle with cancer begun. In November, he had a lime-sized tumor removed from his left sinus cavity. After the surgery, he faced unrelenting pain. I saw cancer devour my father. He lost the ability to eat, the ability to speak properly. He lost some vision in his eye, hearing in his ear. At one point, he was so weak, he struggled to walk. June 13th of 2015, my dad passed away. After going through that experience, and also the experience of several other loved ones that have passed away, I can tell you that God can take the pain and turn it into joy. He can take those torturous thoughts in your head, and He can give you peace. He can make you a stronger, more resilient person through the grieving process. He can give you resurrection from grief. But the process is extremely painful. When Dad passed away, it felt like a hole had been pierced through my spirit. My stomach ached, and I had these torturous thoughts about my own mortality. That lasted about a year. And then I realized I had a decision. Would I continue to mourn for my father, or would I embrace the blessing? My father was such a blessing in my life. He was such a wonderful father. It's a blessing that many people don't have. And I decided I would embrace the blessing. I didn't heal all at once, but now there was a scab over the wound, and I began to heal. Even through Dad's sickness, there were so many blessings to embrace. I remember my dad telling me, "You're the man." And I could tell through his demeanor, through his countenance, that my dad deeply admired the man I had become. He also admired how I was standing by him and standing by my mother in his difficult time. What a blessing to embrace, to realize that your dad admired you as a man. Another blessing was I got to see how incredible my mother was. Back on July 8th, 1968, she took a vow, "Till death do us part." And I can tell you, she stood by that vow and then some. The way she stuck by my dad, stuck by me, stuck by my brother. Just an admiration I had for my mother. What a blessing to embrace. Another blessing is he had a physical therapist. She was helping with his speech. Her name was Jessica. And she had only known my father a couple months. But when Dad passed away and Mom spoke with Jessica, Jessica took it very difficult, very hard. She told my mom she had learned so much from my dad. Can you imagine? She learned so much from a man in the deepest pit of his life, dying from cancer. Kind of takes away any excuse we might have that we can't make the world a better place. What a blessing to embrace, to know that. But then there's another blessing. My brother, through the process with Dad, embraced the blessing of sobriety. And oh, that's just a wonderful, there's a newness. There's a new person when someone chooses sobriety. I don't know what words were spoken between my brother and my dad. My brother's a man of few words. Me, not so much. But there's so many blessings to embrace through this whole process. I can tell each and every person in this room that you are going to face hardships in this life. You will face the loss of a loved one. You may have a job where comes Friday and it's the 5th Monday of the week. You may have to reconcile with someone that's facing substance abuse issues. You're going to have trials, hardships, and obstacles to overcome in this life. But my message to you is simply this: find and embrace the blessing. Adam Toastmaster?